In the icy grip of San Francisco Bay, where Alcatraz's fog-shrouded cliffs mocked the dreams of desperate men, a lone figure plunged into treacherous waters, defying death's currents to become the only inmate proven to swim from the rock to shore. John Paul Scott, the self-taught genius of escape, with a mind as sharp as his filed bars, rose from Kentucky's shadowed back roads to a life of bank heists and daring breakouts that baffled the FBI. His eyes, cold with determination, hid a storm of ingenuity born from a troubled youth. But did this convicted robber vanish into legend after his recapture, or did fate claim him in obscurity? Uncover the enigma of survival, cunning, and ultimate downfall in a tale that challenges the unbreakable myth of America's most infamous prison. John Paul Scott was born on January 3, 1927, in rural Kentucky, amid the rolling hills and economic hardships of the bluegrass state. Raised in a modest family, details of his parents remain scarce, likely laborers scraping by in the post-Depression era. Young John grew up in a world of sparse opportunities, where farms dotted the landscape and poverty loomed large. Childhood offered glimpses of normalcy, roaming wooded trails with siblings, fostering a sense of adventure. Schooling was basic in local institutions where he showed intellectual promise but faced struggles with authority, dropping out early to work odd jobs. Friends recalled him as clever and introspective, influenced by tales of inventors and explorers. Dreams of a better life clashed with family woes, shaping a mindset of self-reliance and ingenuity. Before crime's shadow, John embodied potential, his early influences of isolation forging a rebel ready to outsmart the system. As post-war America boomed, John Paul Scott's criminal path ignited in his early 20s with petty thefts, escalating to armed bank robberies by the 1950s. Starting in Kentucky, he targeted small-town vaults, using self-taught skills in mechanics to crack safes and evade pursuit. Reputation grew as a meticulous planner, netting thousands without violence initially. FBI files uncover a 1955 heist in Louisville, where his precision earned him notoriety as a professional. Major events: convicted of bank robbery and firearm possession in 1959, sentenced to 30 years. Turning points included botched jobs leading to shootouts like a paratrooper guard confrontation. Infamous for ingenuity over brutality, his crimes embodied calculated risk, a shadowy force in the era's heist wave until federal nets closed in. Authorities captured John Paul Scott after a 1959 bank heist, convicting him of armed robbery and dispatching him to Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary in 1960 as inmate 1403 to AZ. Arrival meant a foggy ferry to despair, stripped and confined to a damp 5 by 9 foot cell of concrete walls, steel cot, and sink echoing with waves. Daily torment, silent gruel meals, mat shop labor under rifle sights, 1960s air thick with foghorns and guard vigilance. Scott behaved ingeniously, quiet but plotting. Interactions with Darrell Lee Parker forged alliance. In December 1962, they escaped, filing bars, using rubber glove floats, swimming to shore. Recaptured hypothermic at Fort Point, this feat led toward closure as Alcatraz shut down. John Paul Scott's story continued post-recapture with transfers, paroled in the 1970s after Alcatraz's 1963 closure. Living quietly, he died on February 22, 1987, at age 60 in Tallahassee, Florida, from natural causes in a federal facility. Public reaction was muted. Obituaries noted the swimmer from the rock, sparking curiosity without fanfare. History remembers him as a legend, the only inmate proven to reach shore alive, a misunderstood genius whose escape challenged Alcatraz's myth. To some, a monster of crime. to others a symbol of ingenuity amid despair. In the end, Scott's tale whispers a profound truth. Even in unbreakable chains, the human spirit seeks the shore of freedom. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more stories from the dark past of America's most notorious criminals.